Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Married to Medicine, y'all. This will be for the finale, Duchess Toya and her royal court and reunion part one. I feel like the finale wasn't really given a whole lot. It just felt like they were like, say this because we need this for the finale. So, season 11, episode 15 finale, Duchess Toya and her royal court. We see Tisha and T and G, they're at lunch. T is feeling like she's been iced out from the group. I'm like, baby doll, your husband pressed charges and you chose the side of your husband, which you should. But don't say that you're iced out. He's iced out and you're taking your husband's side. It's a little bit different than them not just inviting you around. Or is it? Yeah, because the only thing they haven't invited you to was Quad's house. And why would you go to Quad's house? So he's mad that the guys want him to drop the charges. He feels like it's best to back up a bit. And I'm like, yeah. He said, we got to do our own thing, I guess. Okay, yeah, y'all too. They said that they're the only ones putting in effort. I said, Greg, what effort are you putting in to make this right? You went to the police. That is the literal opposite of putting in effort to make the friend group work, okay? So that was the only thing that really happened outside of the party. 16th anniversary party time. Toya and Eugene, 16 years married. 18 years together. Yeah, how sweet. So Mimi Mimi is like, here comes the mess. Messy 1 and messy 2. Here come the mess. I said, baby, not miss. Don't let them break you up. You have to protect your covenant. Not her. Not miss protect your covenant. It's not about messy 1 and messy 2. See, that's what be annoying about newcomers, because it's like, we get it. They don't be real friends with the people that they come in on. And Tisha has said that they weren't real friends. They just, chose them to come in on because they're in the same age group. So I get that. But the fact that she was going so hard on the beach trying to console T and was just like, don't let them break up your relationship. Don't let them mess up your covenant. She was doing all of that when you really don't know these people. So you really being very performative, especially for you now to just take the side of everybody else. Like, ooh, they messy. Messy 1 and messy 2. I mean, yeah, they are, but still. You got to get it together, babe. So that was annoying for me, which I kind of figured Mimi was going to be on anyway, because when you see how everything plays out, and that's not to say that Quad and King ain't got no fault in it. Quad was drunk and she started running off at the mouth a bit. Who cares? Y'all came on this show to get that reaction out of her. And for that reason, I will never feel sorry for anything that transpired from that instance, because is that not the show that y'all came for? Is that not what y'all wanted out of Quad, is to be drunk, be belligerent, or incense y'all in a way? Because why else would you be here? And to keep it funky, outside of Quad just being drunk and running off at the mouth, she didn't get disrespectful. She didn't say nothing crazy. It was Toya that prompted the, you gonna play in the baby shower? Yeah, I'm gonna throw the baby shower and I'm gonna throw it in the circle. It was Toya that prompted that, but nobody is paying attention to that. And so everybody's just kind of acting like, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, drunk Quad was a bit passively antagonistic to them, but baby, ain't that what y'all came here for? To get a reaction out of Quad? So she gave you a reaction. It wasn't quite the reaction y'all wanted, because y'all wanted her to be the belligerent one, to yell and to curse, when it really ended up being the guys. But that's what y'all came here for. So like I said, not that Quad and King ain't got no fault, but stupid is stupid is. Y'all came on this show, y'all got that reaction, because now you mad because she got a man. All types of craziness. So on from that, we see that they have set up time slots for the couples, the beefing couples. T and G can only stay for the cocktail hour because Quad and Heavenly are coming with their men for the actual party. People are mad at this. I can't believe they doing them like this. They doing them like this. They just need to get rid of Quad. Why would you think that they would get rid of Quad? Like, why? It's just so interesting to me that y'all feel like they should just throw Quad away because T is here. They don't even like Quad. Like I said on previous reviews, Quad is the devil that they know versus Tisha being the devil that they don't know. Even if it comes down to, I don't like neither one of them, that's the devil they know. So they gonna rock with Quad and her long emotional monologues versus T pushing and pulling on them about to yank her daggone arm out the socket. Because I can never get that image of her on the beach with Heavenly when the melee broke out over here and Heavenly was trying to hold her back. She almost yanked Phaedra's arm out her socket. Like all of Phaedra's bracelets just fell off and hit the ground. That's how hard T yanked her. So hearing Heavenly say it, and then Toya also confirmed on Watch What Happens Live that yes, she said it was hard being Tisha's friend that year because she was just real angry. She was lashing out. She was pushing people. So it was hard being her friend. So it's like, why would they pick somebody that's so unpredictable and the temper escalates that way when they don't even care for her like that? Y'all just brought her on to make a splash. Y'all brought her on for ratings. She act like she didn't know that in the beginning. Girl, this is your husband's ex-wife's friend group. The fact that they even joined the show and joined this group, and Dr. Greg would be like, you don't need to be nowhere around her. You don't need to talk to her. You don't need to be around her. You don't need to be around her, then why would she be on this show? All types of craziness, right? So, Heavenly is going to stick by Quad, okay? Heavenly feels bad for bringing T on the show in the first place, so she makes sure that Quad knows that I got your back, okay? So T and G are there for cocktail hour, and in walks somebody with these little pamphlets, y'all. These little pamphlets. I said, what is this? This is the Lady Whistledown rumor mill paper. It's Lady Truella paper, right? I see it. I'm like, it was so many words. It might as well have been this book. It was like paragraphs. I was like, girl, who finna read this in the middle of a party? Like, let's be real. Who's about to read this in the middle of the party? So you can see that a couple of people like kind of start reading the first couple of headlines, but obviously they is over it real quick because they got T over there reading it. Oh, and Lady Heavenly, why doth Curtis's hands be upon Lady Heavenly's waist? That was really the only piece of tea that came out of that pamphlet was Curtis. Curtis always being a little too handsy, okay? And they showed a picture of what Curtis had his hands on Heavenly waist. Heavenly was like, I ain't even realize his hand was on my waist, to be honest. I was there with my husband. My husband was right there. So, like I said, they got her reading it because they're over it real quick. Full pamphlet worth of reading. Girl, we at a party. We are at a party, okay? Ain't nobody finna read this. It fell flat. It fell flat for me. Some people was like, "Ooh, it was a key. I like how she stuck on the theme." Yeah, it was a key. It was on theme, but it really fell flat for me. Simone is like, "Oh, okay," because she does have a section for each lady and kinds of dog or disses them in her own little lame way. So everybody just kind of sitting there like, Simone says, "Okay, so this is like." You're not owning your ish and you need to leave us alone. Oh man. So when 9 p.m. comes, T and G, they gotta leave, okay? Their chariot is turning into a pumpkin and they gotta get up out of here. No, their carriage. I will not come off my chariot to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. So they're leaving, and Contessa goes over there being messy as usual. That's the only reason she here this season is to be messy boots. So Tessa's over there like, you guys are leaving? Why are you guys leaving? But do you want to stay? well, do you want to stay? Tia's like, yeah, I would like to stay, but I mean, we gotta go. Why do you have to go? Who said you have to go? And I think it was Simone. I think it was Simone that was like, told Toya, Contessa's over there asking T if she wants to stay. Toya was like, that ain't an option. They gotta go. They gotta go. So, uh, yeah, like, Greg, you press charges against somebody and that person's about to be here and you're supposed to be gone. It's literally that simple. If you didn't want this divide, you shouldn't have tried to press charges. It's literally that simple. If you still wanted to come around these people, you don't know that they will pick you because they don't pick you. You've been gone for this group for years, Greg. Years. Yeah, you might have individual relationships with some of the guys, but overall scheme of the show, they're not gonna let Quad just walk out of here. As much as they might dislike Quad at times, she's good for the show. She has that over-the-top personality that people want to watch on reality TV. I ain't saying she at the ranks of Nene Leakes or Tiffany New York Pollard, but she's damn sure the closest on this cast. She's damn sure the closest on this cast. Toya is right behind her. Toya, she don't necessarily have the personality like that, the over-the-top personality that reality TV is, but she has the mess for it. She knows what's going to make a show, and she know when to pull some hijinks out her hat, okay? So, T, they are not picking your little boring self over Quad in her monologues, okay? They will sit through those painful monologues. I love them. I love the monologues. It be cracking me up. I get some good quotes. I'm the Frank Sinatra of this. I did it my way. Real Memphis like. Yeah, like that. I love a good Quad monologue, okay? So, they're just not giving it up. Like, everybody have tried to be like, oh, you was wrong. Look at how they did her on the finale. Look at how they did her on the finale. And they still picked her. Okay. So, they leaving. Contessa's like, it's just so unfair. She should let them stay. I'm like, Contessa, it was very much you when y'all did the dance rehearsals. My husband was real loud, y'all. I had to go close the hallway door because y'all probably heard him in the background. But Contessa, it was very much you who told them at dance rehearsal that you don't think everybody gonna be able to get together because somebody pressed charges. So now you're trying to act like that didn't happen and everybody should be able to be in the same room. It's just insane. So Toya is like, y'all created this mess. Your time slot is up. A lot of people was mad at that comment because they don't feel like T and Greg created this mess. I said, well, they kind of did. Even if you want to take out the fact that y'all are on the show to create mess, he very much antagonized King into feeling away. Just like y'all said Quad antagonized the situation with her being drunk, saying all this stuff, Greg did the same thing. So if we're going to call one out, we're going to call the other out. Only difference is Greg said it to be disrespectful and to be confrontational. Quad did it as a key. I'm drunk. I'm in love. We sure do it 15 times a day. Then what? And what? 15 times a week. 15 times a week. We do. Whereas Greg was like, I told her to shut up damn mouth. I told her she talked too damn much. Well, I ain't want you to hear it then, but I feel like you need to hear it now. Baby, that was fighting words. I truly don't care. My husband is a businessman. Went to Morehouse, all the types of polish and everything. I showed him that clip. He was like, I probably would have stuck his ass right when he was doing all this in my face. Right when he was doing all this in your face. You don't do that. It might sound childish to some. Oh, you should be able to control yourself. He wasn't controlling himself. And he was in somebody's personal space. Like I said, it really makes me question how many times people that think that Greg did no wrong, how many times somebody done punked you out? How many times somebody done called you a B-word around your nigga and he clearly ain't say nothing about it or try to check them about it? That's the first thing that popped in my head because you can't possibly think that Greg didn't do anything wrong. So the others get there. Quad and Heavenly and their men. They do their little entrance. Heavenly struggling down the stairs. Hold my dress. Hold my dress. Who put these steps right here? I can't get down. I hope I don't fall. Baby, they down there cracking up and Heavenly coming down the stairs. It was too funny. They dance. Overall, they have a good time. The only other thing that really happened on this episode, of course, they have to have the quad conversation again. You're trying to make us pick sides and this and that. And every time you don't like somebody, we have to ice them out. Do you have to? Y'all are some following behind heifers, because just because one person don't like somebody don't mean everybody has to ice them out. Y'all letting Quad be the scapegoat because y'all wanted Mariah gone. Y'all wanted Mariah gone like probably more than Quad did, honestly. I feel like if y'all would have sucked it up and dealt with Mariah, Quad would have had to as well. So I hate when they put the blame on her. We had to leave her out in the dust because of you. And we also have to put some of this on Mariah as well. Like, girl, what was you over there worried about? Oh, yeah, she said herself, I was too much worried about making sure my executive producer contract stayed in place, and I wasn't worried about my contract as talent. So the fact that it's fully Quad's fault, not to say that everybody didn't have a part on it, but it's not fully Quad's fault that Mariah isn't here, because she is one woman. She don't determine who gets a check from Bravo. She don't determine who you can film with. She don't. So the fact that they always try to blame her, yeah, her and Mariah, had that beef, but did y'all have to follow behind? No, y'all chose to. I have to go back and watch these episodes to remember how Mariah even exited and how that happened. But it's giving production wasn't caring for it neither. Because if somebody would have filmed with her, somebody would have filmed with her. Quad and Heavenly could have not filmed with her, but it's still, because last thing I remember, do you want me to show the receipts? I got the receipts, baby. I got the receipts. That leather party, the leather and lace party. That's the last Mariah scene I can really think of. So I'm just kind of like, and then Mariah, I feel like Mariah chose to leave. Because remember how she was saying that she was pregnant with twins, had a miscarriage, posted about the miscarriage, and nobody checked up on her. So she chose to leave this group. So why is everybody so, oh, every time you don't like someone, we have to ice them out? Baby, that's your grown decision to ice somebody out. It just blows me that they try to make everything Quad's fault. Not to say she ain't got no fault, because I'm not even a Quad stan like that. But y'all trying to make her the bad guy all the time. It's like, it's exhausting. Yes, she's spoiled. Yes, she's the baby. Yes, she's dramatic. Yes, she's going to give a monologue. But she's not at fault for everything that happens on this show. Okay? Contessa is. I'm just playing. I used to love me some Contessa, y'all. She used to be my favorite. I don't have no real favorite at this point. My favorite is Heavenly. She's my problematic favorite because she just seems fun and aware of herself. And you know what you're getting with Heavenly. If you don't want your business out in the street, don't tell her nothing deep. Heavenly is, you get her at face value. Jackie, you get her at face value. Toya, for the most part, you get her at face value. Everybody else you gotta wonder about. So that's why I'm like, baby, I don't have no real favorites. But Heavenly is my favorite because she's just entertainment. Like, it's entertaining. So the conversation just felt real forced. It gave, production said, we gotta fight about this because we ain't got nothing to fight about on the finale if TNG not here, and we gotta have a little drama. So let's bring up the Quad thing again. Say whatever comes to your mind so it can be a splash for the finale, okay? Go. That's what that scene was giving, because y'all said the same thing, but tried to make it seem like, or production tried to make it seem like they're taking T's side and not Quad's side. But when we get to the reunion, they still on Quad's side. So it was very much, what was the point in that? Oh, we needed a splash for the finale. That's literally it. So, yeah. like I said, my last thing on that one is they trying to tell Quad that they always have to shun someone for. Well, we had to lose somebody before. Now we're about to lose somebody again. Well, lose me. So he was like, Quad saying we can lose her now, but tomorrow she gonna wake up and she ain't gonna let nobody run her off from her friend group. Period. Her friend group ain't $1 million check. Why would I? Why would I? I sure will be frenemies with you heifers, especially if y'all know how to have a good time together outside of the beef. They do. They have fun together when they have fun. But it's gonna be messy as soon as they stop having fun. Baby, I wouldn't be giving up no check that big because y'all don't like me today, when y'all could very well be hanging out with me tomorrow. Girl, bye. She's not even married to Madison. It don't matter. She was married to Madison. She is grandfathered in that show. If half the housewives or half the real housewives ain't real housewives, she can be divorced from Madison and still be on this show. Period. Point blank. On to the reunion. So it opens up. We see Simone saying this is DOA, Day of Accountability. We see Andy go to everybody's room, asking who they had beef with, asking little questions. And we see Tisha asking if Quad came out yet because she want to be the last one to come out. She really thought she ate that outfit. And it's not like it was a terrible outfit like everybody's making out to be, but it was just, it wasn't hidden. It was just real like, oh, okay. It's giving Motherboard wanted to be sexy for the church gala, okay? That's what it gave. It's just, it was cool. It wasn't so terrible. Simone's dress was terrible. And when they did their rapid fire, he's like, Toya, you tell it what it is. You keep this girl honest. So I'm going to do the rapid fire. And you let me know what's your first thing to come to mind. And one of them was, who needs a stylist? And she was like, I think she said Tisha, but Heavenly was like, Simone. Simone was like, F you, Heavenly. He not even asking you. But that dress was horrible. It's like the little flower thing or whatever. It was all lazy and limp. It's like they didn't steam it. It didn't have no structure to it. Like Quad's arm, it had the structure where it set up where it was supposed to sit. Simone's dress, it was just looking all flaccid and limp. And then the side that's supposed to be like, it's supposed to give you like sheer. It was just so starkly brown, and it didn't look good. I put Tisha's dress over Simone's dress. It just was not hitting. They mentioned Phaedra. They played this little video of her from the cutting room floor, her little exit video. She calls the ladies trash, demonic, funny looking fat bees, mean, angry black women. I say, girl, they take one to no one. Because the fact that she calling somebody trash and demonic, for one, I was just like, why so vile? Why so nasty when you've done way worse than these ladies? You've done way worse, okay? You said that. You said that. Phaedra, you as a lawyer with accusations, I don't even drink. I ain't never did no drugs. This is my Candy impersonation. So the fact that she did all that, I was like, all the grandstanding is so annoying. They got a little Phaedra face. Simone pokes some fun. Okay, whatever. We get to Quad and Simone, and Quad is like speaking as if they're friends. Like, yeah, you know, that happened. That's in the past. I love the space that we're in now. This is what Quad says, y'all. Meanwhile, Simone is like, oh, it's always, we gotta apologize to Quad. And you had this king in your life and you didn't even tell us about him. Girl, y'all wasn't talking. Y'all weren't friends when she got with him. Why would she just be volunteering information? Like, I ain't talked to you in months, but I'm gonna call you up to tell you I got a boyfriend? Girl, what sense does that make? And then she starts acting like they didn't plan to kick Quad off of the Napa trip. When we called Quad down to the room, I didn't know what was coming out of my mouth. Y'all literally had a meeting to talk about how she needed to leave. It wasn't no point in her being there. So That was real annoying. And then Simone starts yelling about how Quad been giving them her arse to kiss for years. Get over it. Simone is so heartbreaking this season because I used to love me some Simone. Now it's got me questioning if I just loved her because she's my Spelman sister or if she actually used to be likable in earlier seasons. But this season, baby, I'm ready to get Simone out of here. She literally has no storyline outside of picking up after her grown sons. What have we seen Simone do this whole season? Next topic. T said that she feel like Quad is jealous on her YouTube. And everybody was like, so why do you think that? Let me clear that up. Let me clear that up. She was just like, well, she had been talking crap about me and da-da-da. And the talking crap about me clip that they pick is when Quad was on Watch What Happens Live and they asked what she thought about sweet tea. And she said, oh, I had some tea earlier and, I really didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was kind of bitter. T, that's what you mad at? That's what you mad at? Okay. Then T calls Quad a non-motherfucking factor. I said, baby, not you dug in the archives to pull out that Evelyn Lozada read from forever ago. And it was so lame because one, it was a recycled read from somebody else. And two, it's just not accurate. She is a factor. She's a factor on this show and in your life. You are a fan. She a fan, she a fan, she a fan. She a fan, she a fan, she a... She a fan. So she is a factor in your life and in your marriage and on this show. So her calling her a non-motherfucking factor was just like, okay. Okay. So Quad tell her, girl, you wouldn't be here without me. And T replies, well, you wouldn't be here without Gregory. Okay. This is about y'all too. Like, she's so embarrassing. And so they get back to the 15 times a week conversation. And Quad is just like, Quad is over there glowing, okay? She is glowing. I don't know if it's because she's pregnant or if it's just she just so in love. But she is over there glowing. She's just over there cheesing. So they ask her about the IVF process, and she's just like, we're working on it. We're working on it. Dr. Jackie, you wanna tell them how we're going? I said, oof, baby, apparently it sounds like they must have recently did an egg implantation because they're like, I mean, she may or may not be pregnant right now, but we don't know. And they're like, what? What you mean? And they both put their hands up. We don't know. We don't know yet. So you're like, we better go pee on a stick right now. It was so cute. And then you see T and she over there like, and I was like, dang. Some people are very critical of Quad. Somebody on Twitter was like, it is mentally insane for her to be trying to have a baby with her boyfriend when she wouldn't have one with her husband. Her husband that was abusive, just because she was married don't mean that should be the route that she takes to get a baby. Now, yes, it is quite unconventional to be going through IVF and to be doing this and you're not married, but that's some people's business. I just hope she got a baby nump. Well, push call it a baby nump. I hope she got a baby nump somewhere. But I feel like Quad and King would very well get married. So, who cares? I had my baby before marriage. Me and my husband are happily married. Happily married. Who cares? That's not your business. If that's what them grown folks want to do, that's what them grown folks doing. Toya's segment. They ask her why she be fawning over King and talking about King with his shirt off and then dissing Eugene, talking about she could have made him popular in high school and all of this stuff. She was just like, listen, we have eye candy. We're allowed eye candy. He look at women. I look at men. He gets my humor. I get his. Andy asks if the ladies think that Toya should back down from cracking jokes on Eugene. Heavenly was like, initially I did, but then I realized that Eugene don't be fazed by it. So why should we be fazed by it? Contessa says, it keeps him on his toes. He likes it. If he had a boring woman that didn't do that, he wouldn't like it. So that's their dynamics. Jackie said, but yeah, I still have to look back and check on him sometimes. I agree with all of the above. Because I do be like, ooh. Look, what Eugene saying with the guys? Was she talking about the guys for the shirt? But Eugene even made a joke about it. Like, how y'all gonna be walking around with the shirt off and we got these dad bods out here? Put your shirt back on. Put your shirt back on around our wives, right? So Toya, they asked her about the purse and, you know, Stormy the Birkin. And she said, well, it wasn't the first. I'm like, what? I guess she had a Kelly bag, but she didn't have a Birkin. Or was the bag named Kelly? Or Kelly is the name of the Birkin. I don't know, girl. It's out of my pay range. But she was like, yeah, they do. They sitting pretty in their new house. And Quad was like, y'all hear that? She said, new house, new house. And it's like, oh, wow, new house? So what is this, the 4th? So he said, I don't know, it may be the 5th, but I can tell you what, I ain't moving anybody else's house. Quad said, ha ha. Baby, I caught it immediately and I was cackling. And then T gets all defensive. My name is on my mortgage. My name is on my mortgage. But you said on that, the only reason he put your name on the mortgage is because you get a tax break. You don't have to pay taxes on the house because you're a veteran. Baby, he's using you to cut costs. I mean, that's fine if that's what y'all want to do, but that ain't quite nothing to brag on. And I hope he ain't got you paying no part of that mortgage over there. Girl. T and she just starts going at Toya, telling her that she ain't got no moment. She just want a moment. She ain't got no storyline. She ain't nothing. Andy was like, T, I hate to interrupt you, but let's look on my Andy cards. I hate to interrupt you, but Toya's been here 11 years. And Toya's like, girl, do you see where you are? You're at my anniversary party. This set is a replica of my anniversary party. So to say that she just looking for a moment, she ain't got no storyline. You ain't got no storyline without Quad. Now what? What a mess. She says that her problem is Toya told T to go to war with Quad. Toya's like, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. We share the same. Y'all do share the same. Quad said, that's hilarious because it's literally on that part right now. And I see Quad. And Jackie's like, this is how Jackie doing in the reunion. Clutching imaginary pearls. But everybody cringed at that because it's like, ooh, how vulgar. And ooh, Heavenly gonna say, how Quad Gucci tastes. I was just like, precision of language, ladies. My God, this is national TV. But we did see at the bachelorette party that Toya was kind of leading the charge for them to beef. Because, yeah, it was odd for Quad to come to this lady's bachelorette party when she's marrying her ex-husband. But Quad came bearing gifts, being nice, joyful, bubbly. And T was like, sit next to me. Sit next to me. You can sit right here, Quad. I feel like it's because she fanned out. You a fan. A lot of people are saying, oh, that was just her being nice. Like, I associated to, okay, she could have just been being nice, like Quad was being nice, but she was like, oh, can I hug his neck? Can I hug his neck? Trying to show that she ain't got no beef. I ain't gonna be disrupted or disturbed by your presence. It could have been that, but it was giving fan. It was giving fan. And Toya was like, no, she needs to leave. This is weird. She needs to leave. And when they asked T was like, okay, I guess it is a little strange. Yeah, I guess you should leave. She really didn't seem like she wanted the girls to leave. She just seemed like she didn't want to get on Toya's bad side because Toya threw this party. I feel like Toya would have took them in. Toya would have left that party and took everything she got with her if she would have let Quad stay. So I feel like she was forced to make Quad leave. So with that, yeah, I can believe that Toya wanted you to go to war with Quad. Yeah. That's what they wanted, babe. Yeah. Did you just learn that, or did you know that from the beginning? All right. T starts yelling at her and tells her to go play with her child, Stormy the purse. And she posted it on Instagram too. She posted it again. And I'm like, you do know that she has human children too, right? You do know that you told us that you desperately want children, right? So you even doing that read, it opens you up for so much worse. Because what if Toya was like, girl, go play with your womb. Go play with your man to see if you can actually have a child. Because I would have said some slickness, but then that would have been all hella break loose, just like it did when with Heavenly, when T told Heavenly, your mama in hell, your dead mama in hell. And Heavenly told her, my dead mama in hell got a better chance to have a baby than you. And that's all people remember is what Heavenly clapped back with. So it would have been another one of those moments. And I'm wondering what Toya said, if Toya said anything in response, because you could tell by the way the camera like jumps to the next screen, it didn't feel like that was what happened next. So I'm wondering if she said something behind that. And at one point of the argument, Simone goes over there and kneels down in front of T and holds her hands, giving Iyanla, I just want you to calm down. I just want you to calm down. And T just like, oh, you look so pretty. Oh, you got some on your face. There you go. Oh, okay, yeah. It was just an odd moment because it didn't seem like T was all types of hyped up in that moment to where it called for that. But at the same time, I feel like maybe that was Simone's way of trying to show T that you've got some type of support in this group. I don't know. It was just unnecessary anyway, either where it goes. Next, we get to Contessa's segment. Square up, ho. Square up, ho. They asked about the back and forth, yada, yada, yada. You said F that B about my mama. No, I said F you B. Who cares? We've seen this argument a million times. We've talked about it a million times. We don't care. We don't care. So Andy asks her how it feels to be back and how it is with her and Heavenly. Contessa is still acting like she never said anything bad about Scott. And I really wish they would have rolled back that beautiful bean footage and showed her telling them, crying, telling them ladies how he was treating her and how he weaponized the kids against her. Because you did this, Contessa. So she act like she never said anything, but then she turns right around and says her complaining led them to counseling and now they're better than ever. And we can't see if that's true or not because we barely saw him on the screen, which she wasn't main cast. So, but was she? Was she main cast? I think she was. But we didn't see much of Scott. But the times we did see them, they were on one accord. So we'll give them that, y'all. Toya said, listen, y'all are even. Y'all are even. You said her husband is abusive. You said her husband got an outside baby. Y'all are even. Leave it alone. Move on. Period. Because everybody's trying to act like Heavenly's so wrong that whatever Contessa says back to her, she's justified in. I said so that only applies to Contessa and not everything else that happens on this stage or on this show. It'd be funny to see when people stand up for craziness and when they don't. If it's against Heavenly and Quiet, it seems like most people are going to stand up against it and be like, they were wrong. What? So we get a listener question and they ask Contessa if she got a PI on Heavenly and her family because how you know all this about her? Her husband got an outside baby. She paying for love from her kids and her husband. And then Andy asks everyone if anyone had heard the rumor about Damon. They all just kind of sit there for a while. And then one of them is like, well, I did hear from some lady that Dr. Damon had approached her and asked for her number. And so I was like, yeah, I heard that too. And Heavenly is like, really? And you believed it? People feel like Heavenly, when she's not yelling, when she replies like this, she must know it's true and whatever. It cuts off there and we'll have to wait till next week to see what happened, what was said next. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment, let me know what y'all thinking about this reunion. Y'all, I don't be wanting to talk about, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Like the video. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.